What's up with it? You watching the Bang Bomber TV? And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Fame Shockers. And the title is ASAP Rocky calls out Drake. Pull up a shit after another Rihanna shade, man. You know what I'm saying? So that Drake out there fighting over that don't belong to him. You know what I'm saying? The wrong with him, you know what I mean? But yeah, I ain't checked out this video. I don't even know what they talking about, you feel me? But we about to check it out and see what they talking about. Yeah.
But people get bored by it, so I'm trying to disguise it so it's not so boring and it's not like you're trying to be preachy teachy.
You don't have the fairy tale like, oh, Drake started a family with Rihanna, like this is like so perfect. Or like, you know, Drake, yeah, it's like it looks so good on paper. I wanted that too. By the way, I wanted that too.
Saying that you want to start a family with her, I would want to start a family with someone who was giving you someone that you felt was not as bad as the other bad bitch that you have been around. I want to encourage my fellow men to go therapy and heal, because there's no way a relationship or situationship that is many years old, the woman has since moved on, has still got you pressed like this.
ASAP Rocky has finally broken his silence on the fiery feud with Drake, but is he telling the whole truth? In a recent Billboard interview, Rocky insists there's no bad blood anymore. Yet, just weeks ago, he took a sharp jab at Drake in a new track. With his highly anticipated album Don't Be Dumb on the horizon, the buzz is that even more jabs at Drake are lurking within. But is Rocky really cooling off? Or is this just a calculated move to keep everyone on edge? And let's not forget, Drake didn't hold back, throwing major shade at Rocky and Rihanna on his Kendrick diss track Family Matters, even targeting Rocky's parenting. That's not something you simply shrug off. So, are we on the brink of an explosive showdown between ASAP and Drake? Or is Rocky truly ready to bury the hatchet? Let's dive in and uncover the truth.
I ain't gonna lie, it's funny how people beefing with square ass Drake, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, Rocky kinda with the shit for real, you know what I mean? He be out there doing wild ass shit. I think that probably fuck Drake up in real life, I ain't gonna lie.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
That boy was shooting his shot.
She's one of my best friends in the world. All my adult life, I've looked up to her even though she's younger than me.
Let's hit rewind and dive into the juicy details of the ongoing drama between ASAP Rocky and Drake. Long before the Drake versus Kendrick feud stole the spotlight.
I ain't gonna lie, it's weird as for a we talk about I looked up to a female, I looked up to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of is you, man? Drake
was already throwing serious shade at Rocky. He took aim at him on a couple of tracks from his album For All the Dogs, particularly on Fear of Heights and Another Late Night. In Another Late Night, Drake spits, "I am pretty, Flo. This ish get really rocky. Damn. What dirty. How I did him with the wrath." But that's not all. Drake didn't hesitate to shade Rihanna either, boasting that he dodged a bullet and dissing her in Fear of Heights. He raps, "Yeah, the intimacy was average with you. Yeah, I'm anti. I had it with you. Okay, I'm anti like your daddy's sister, anti like a family picture, and I have way better women than you." As if that wasn't enough, Drake then drags up Rihanna moving on with Rocky, desperately trying to convince us he's relieved they didn't end up together. He raps, "Why they made it sound like I'm still hung up on you? That could never be. Girl, can't ruin me. Better him than me." But fans didn't waste a second in calling out Drake for his cringeworthy disses, especially his digs at Rihanna. They were quick to note that Drake only began shading her and calling her average after she went public with Rocky.
I ain't gonna lie, she probably ain't get that because that straight nerd, you know what I'm saying? She's like, you probably talking in that proper ass voice. Come on, Rihanna, pitch your leg up. Come on.
Before that, he was borderline obsessed, spending nearly 15 years publicly swooning over her, even confessing his secret dream of them ending up together and starting a family. Even after Rihanna made it crystal clear she'd never claim him, Drake just couldn't stop bringing her up in interviews, acting like the ultimate groupie.
I think that we have a connection that's established for life. You know, that is that, you know, I love her and support her unconditionally, and I like to think that she feels the same way. And, you know, whenever...
You'll fancy her, though?
Do I fancy her? Of course. I mean, who wouldn't look at her? She's stunning. Of course I do. Yeah, no, she's incredible. But, you know, it's one of those things that it's a maybe one day, maybe not.
I'm 23 years old and I feel like I'm on top of the world right now. And it's very rare that I feel small around anybody.
especially, you know, a woman that I like. It's just, I am in a confident position right now. And really my whole purpose for putting that on the album was just to pay homage to the fact that she is an amazing woman that made me feel nervous, man. She made me feel small. She's an overwhelming being. Like, she's beautiful and talented, and her personality is like, it's almost like scary. And for the first time, a woman just brought back that feeling of when I was 17 or 18, and I appreciate it so much because you get into this position and sometimes you just get numb to all those emotions that used to inspire you to write.
Man, think about that. Go back to when I was 16, 17. Look at them pictures, man. Yeah, you go back to that, man. I don't think you want to go back to that.
So Rihanna took Heartbreak Drake.
Paying homage to her as a woman, it really wasn't meant to be disrespectful.
I mean, you know, she gives me inspiration, but it more comes in the form of, you know, like when we dance, she just presses up against me a little extra hard, you know. That's really my motivation to really do well. We're just having fun. We just enjoy each other's energy, and we decided to make that the basis of the performance. And it's very, you know, it's very elaborate, and I think people enjoy it a lot. It's got a lot of energy to it, for sure. So a little bit of.
I ain't gonna lie, that way Drake seemed like he'll be getting, you know what I'm saying? For real though, he just like got like a slappable face though, you know what I'm saying? For real though.
Fire, you know, there's some things going on that stage for sure.
When Drake's obsession started getting out of hand, Rihanna decided it was time to put some distance between them. That's when Drake started whining, claiming she had led him on and given him false hope. In 2010, Drake told the New York Times that Rihanna used him as a pawn, admitting, "She was doing exactly what I've done to so many women throughout my life, which is show them quality time, then disappear." I was like, wow, this feels terrible. But a few years later, Drake just couldn't let it go and started publicly gushing about Riri again, telling Rolling Stone in 2014 that she was still his ultimate fantasy.
Yeah, man. So he probably been trying to marry one of the bigger artists like Nicki Minaj or Rihanna or something, you know what I'm saying? But it seemed like they ain't like that. Like they was cool friends with that. It seemed like nobody really want Drake like that. I don't know what's going on with him. Maybe he too square or something. I don't know. But yeah, it seemed like they just be cutting that nigga off or something.
Rihanna and Drake did reunite a few years later to drop their hit track, Work, and Drake was utterly convinced that this time, Riri was finally going to be his for real. Fast forward to the 2016 VMAs, and Drake went all out, professing his love for her while presenting the Vanguard Award. But if you caught Rihanna's reaction, it was painfully obvious she wasn't exactly feeling the same way.
But most of all, we love the woman who hasn't changed since day one.
Man, that plays straight square.
She's someone I've been in love with since I was 22 years old.
Rihanna's fans were absolutely livid when Drake hijacked his VMA speech, turning it into a full-blown love confession that completely overshadowed Riri's moment. Fast forward 2 years, and Rihanna got real about the awkwardness in a Vogue interview, admitting that sitting through Drake's speech was probably the most uncomfortable part. "I don't like too many compliments. I don't like being put on blast," Riri confessed. When asked about their relationship status, Rihanna bluntly stated, "We don't have a friendship now, but we're not enemies either. It is what it is." That 2018 Vogue interview was the last time Rihanna ever mentioned Drake, but here's the kicker. Drake just couldn't let it go. Even though Rihanna made it crystal clear that she had no intention of taking their relationship to the next level, Drake kept acting like she was the one who got away. As for ASAP, after Drake dissed him and Rihanna on For All the Dogs, Rocky didn't just sit back. He fired back on Kid Cudi's track, Wow, and then again on Metro Boomin and Future's Show of Hands. And Rocky wasn't pulling any punches. He fiercely defended his girl and even took a sly swipe at Drake's baby mama, Sophie Bresso, hinting that he was with Sophie before Drake ever was. And that's when Drake clapped back on Family Matters, boldly calling Rocky out by name and throwing some serious shade, claiming no one really cares about Rocky's music. But here's where things took a wild turn. Rocky initially fired back at Drake in a new track, only to do a complete 180 just a few weeks later, telling Billboard that the whole beef is beneath him.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I think Rocky probably got a more cult following than Drake, you know what I mean? Because Drake like a superstar, so his music is pop. So like he'll probably have more people listening to his music, but then like ultimately like real fans is more close to the artist than just like making the big hits. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they really be like in tune with them artists and really got love for them artists. It seemed like Drake not really there with that.
In his Billboard interview, Rocky touched on Drake's feud with Kendrick Lamar, and despite the buzz that he might be diving into this industry-wide war against Drake, Rocky coolly claimed that Drake isn't even on his radar right now. He brushed off the drama like it was nothing, saying he's got bigger things to focus on. "You got to realize certain dudes was throwing shots for years," Rocky said. "I ain't in the middle of that ish. That's not how I retaliate right now. I got bigger fish to fry than some people. It is real beef outside. It is real dudes getting really clipped and blitzed every day. They
Man.
sniping every day. That little kitty-ish ain't about nothing." So basically,
Man, that's what I was meaning by Rocky, a different dude than Drake. You know what I mean? Rocky really be like in some bullshit like that. So I don't think Drake really want to play with that. Probably not gonna play with him. You feel me?
Rocky's now saying this whole drama with Drake is beneath him. But you know how it goes. When someone tries to downplay a feud, it only fuels the fire and makes fans even more intrigued. And just when we thought it might be over, Rocky drops the video for his new song Hijack, where he's clearly dissing Drake. So, is Rocky really done with the drama? Or is this just a slick move to keep the feud simmering under the radar? On Hijack,
I ain't gonna lie, if you want to hide the feud online, then that means you might want to do something to somebody for real. You know what I'm saying? Think about that.
SAP spits. "F y'all cost you like that. Yeah, beef pretty. I might wife that. Dudes swear they pimpin', Scotty simpin'. Get your wife back." Then later, he seemingly takes a jab at Drake's obsession with Riri, rapping, "These guys want my wife bad. The people want my next track." But wait, there's more. Hot 97's DJ Cast One recently dropped a bombshell hinting that ASAP has even more Drake diss tracks lined up for his upcoming album. Cast revealed, "I heard ASAP Rocky is definitely addressing a lot of the hot topics out there right now. Let's just say the diss list is looking pretty extensive." And when Ebro asked if Rocky is still targeting Drake, Cast confirmed, "Oh, he's definitely going to be cemented on the list after this." What's even more intriguing is that ASAP was initially set to drop his new album Don't Be Dumb on August 30th, but now the release date has been pushed back. So, we'll have to wait and see if ASAP uses this extra time to turn up the heat on Drake, or if he'll choose to bury the hatchet and move on. Either way, fans are declaring ASAP the real winner because he's got a beautiful family with the woman Drake spent over a decade obsessing over. As for Drake's love life, it's a complete mess, and he's never come close to having a stable relationship with anyone. Here's how
That's
one
what I
fan
was
summed it up.
thinking.
1. Drake's furious because he probably thought ASAP Rocky would be just a fling for Rihanna. 2. Drake believed he'd get another shot. Rihanna never publicly claimed Drake, but she's all about Rocky,
Man.
matching outfits and all. 3. Drake dreamed of marrying Rihanna and starting a family. Instead, ASAP Rocky is living that dream, having kids with her, and maybe even a secret marriage. Rocky's tied to Rihanna for life, while she can completely shut out Drake. 4. Both Drake and ASAP started with Rihanna as friends. But Rocky and Rihanna click because they're playful and cool. Drake tries way too hard. And another fan added, "Drake's mad he had Riri first but chose others and had a baby with someone he didn't even like. Total failure. Be
Man.
smarter, guys." So,
Had a
what's your
baby
take
with
on the
an escort.
ASAP and Drake drama? Do you think ASAP has truly moved on?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I think Rihanna really is like a dream girl, like a lot of people dream girl, I would think. You know what I'm saying? Rihanna, probably like Nicki Minaj. You know, they just like the superstar females that like a lot of dudes probably like, oh, I wish I had her, you know, like lust over and all that. Like even the kids, like, you know, they like them and stuff too. So yeah, I can see her being desirable to some people though, but Drake downplaying it. I think Drake just like too square when it come down to it. Girls do like a little griminess, a little thugness, you know what I'm saying? He be talking that talk in them rap sometimes, but like when you just sit down and hear him talk, though, like it's like, man, it's just the same as something with ASAP Rocky downplaying the beef, man. He might be on some real shit, you know what I'm saying? Cause like if you want to do some real shit, want nothing on wax, you don't want nobody to think y'all beefing, you know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be no suspect, but I don't know if it's that serious though, you know what I'm saying? But then you think about it, he is playing with his baby mama, his wife, you know what I'm saying? So you playing with kids, you playing with a family, so I wouldn't be surprised if he really try to fuck up or something on the low, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace. Yeah.